Right, hello there, social media world. Right, at 9:04 on Friday the 3rd of April and 2026, and I just thought I would do this, right? I've not done it ever before, right? But the Foo Fighters American rock band, fronted by Dave Grohl, singer-songwriter, I think was 57 1 month ago, because I'm watching Foo Fighters the 14th of the 1st 2026 live full concert, and their new album Your Favourite Toy comes out on the 24th of April this year. So far they've released 3 songs for that album, and about 2 days ago sent my mother a link to pre-order it for me. Not really too keen on the name of the album, but it doesn't matter. The song's not too bad, but when they performed it on the Graham Norton show, for some reason, when I watched it at first, I couldn't understand a single word of what Dave Grohl was singing about. But anyway, that doesn't really matter. The album version on YouTube is a bit more so you can understand the words, especially like a lyric video, because that one's recorded a bit different from what he normally does. But anyway, definitely Asking for a Friend is their best song that they've released from the album by a country mile. But Caught in an Echo is good. But for some reason, as soon as I heard that song, Caught in an Echo, it reminded me Echoes, Silence, Patience and Grace, and I actually put that in the comment section of that video. And Asking for a Friend reminded me a friend of a friend. Aye, but that is an absolutely incredible song, Asking for a Friend. Aye, definitely. I can see that being my best song on the whole entire album, definitely. But anyway, they've released Your Favourite Toy, Caught in an Echo, and Asking for a Friend. And I think Asking for a Friend I've heard about 5 times now, because I can't stop listening to it. It's a good song, got good impact as well. And they've played it live twice, because there's 2 live versions on YouTube. And there's a normal one where it just shows you the album cover, and then one where there's lyrics. And then the Caught in an Echo, though, reminds me a little bit of like a song that would have been made for Wasting Lights but didn't make the cut. That sort of era of Foo Fighters, 2011 that was actually, Wasting Lights. That's a phenomenal album. Not quite as good as Sonic Highways. But Friend of a Friend, Friend of a Friend, but Asking for a Friend reminded me of a friend of a friend, and Asking for a Friend reminded me like that In Your Honour, where one side was rock and the other side is acoustic or mellow sort of thing. Folky, that was it. But I really hope they do that in their next album, the album after this, so in another 2 or 3 years, they make one side where it's just full on rock and it's like old school, like the first album, and then you turn over to the other side. Or if it's a vinyl record, which I'll always try to get on a vinyl record, you put side C and D, and C and D are the folk / acoustic side. Aye, like a tribute to the In Your Honour era. Aye, because In Your Honour's a masterpiece. One of these days, if I ever see it, and it's less than £15, I'm going to get it again, but on vinyl record. But when you open the In Your Honour, it's a double disc, you put it together, there's a bit where you can overlap the first disc and put it on top of the other one, and it makes the whole thingy a bowl. Aye, I did that when I first got it, and I did get actually In Your Honour album CD on the day that it came out, and I got it down in England when I went on a holiday with my sister and mother. Aye, it was the first one we didn't go on with other family members. But anyway, it was 2005. So their very first album was 1995. Their second album was 1999. Their third album was 2002. Then I think 2005. Then 2009 or 2000. No, 2008 maybe, and that was Echoes, Silence, Patience and Grace. Then 2011 was Western Lights. Then I think maybe 2013 or 14 or 15 was Sonic Highways, and then maybe they took a long time, and then during lockdown they done. Oh my God, what was that album called? No, there was one before that, which was Concrete and Gold, which is always got to be my least favourite Foo Fighters album, but still got some good tracks on it. And then after that, what was that album called? Wait there. Concrete and Gold was maybe 2017, I think. I'm just trying to think without looking it up because I want to remember it by memory. And then, what was that album called during lockdown? With Waiting on a War on it. Right, wait there, right. I'm going to try and remember it without looking up, but 1995 was self-titled Foo Fighters album, which Dave Grohl made all on his own. Then 1999 was There's Nothing Left to Lose, which won an award for, and it's quite mellow in parts, but that's when he really got delved deep into the lyrics of songs. Then 2002 was One by One, which has got All My Life on it, which was the first ever CD the Foo Fighters have got in Edinburgh. Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland. Then 2000 oh wait, was there one before that then? There was the self-titled, then There's Nothing Left to Lose, then One by One, then it must have been In Your Honour, then Echo, Silence, Patience and Grace. Echo, Silence, Patience and Grace, then Wasting Lights, then Sonic Highways, then Concrete and Gold, then that one during lockdown that I can't remember the name of. Then now, But Here We Are, which is always going to be my most underrated Foo Fighters album, just to get enough credit. Because I actually put that on TikTok. What's your most criminally underrated album that just to get enough credit? And I said that one. Oh God, what the bloody hell was it called? It was very, very colourful and it had Waiting on a War on it. And Medicine at... Well, that's it, Medicine at Midnight. Because Medicine at Midnight on that album looks like a sort of song that David Bowie wrote for like his sort of dance disco era and didn't quite make the cut and then gave it to Dave Grohl to have. But if R.I.P. David Bowie, but if he was still alive and Foo Fighters ever introduced him on stage and they'd done a song together, Medicine at Midnight would be a perfect song for Dave Grohl and David Bowie to sing together. I mean, they did perform once together in the late 90s. Anyhow, at the moment, right, because Taylor Hawkins passed away ages ago, R.I.P., maybe about, I think, 3 years ago now. So anyway, they've had one other drummer after that, and the drummer now, can't remember his name, but he's only 37-year-old, and he's performed with bands like Nine Inch Nails, which are absolutely phenomenal, and Paramore, which are absolutely phenomenal, and I think he was actually on the recording Ain't It Fun, the Paramore song. So anyhow, he's officially the youngest ever person to ever be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a part of Nine Inch Nails, because he was Nine Inch Nails drummer for 2009 to 2014 or 15. Because I looked it up yesterday. Aye. And, he was the part drummer for Angels and Airwaves. Aye. And they're a really good band because the lead singer, Blink-182, but not the bass player, the guitarist, electrical guitarist, is the singer in Angels and Airwaves, and Foo Fighters know them, so they probably know everyone nowadays. They definitely know Nine Inch Nails because the very first time I ever seen the Foo Fighters was in Meadowbank Stadium in Edinburgh, Scotland, capital of Scotland, Edinburgh. When with one of my old friends, to Meadowbank Stadium, which is part of the Fringe Festival, Nine Inch Nails were the support act. Or just the band that came on before. I didn't think it was actually a support act. It was just like there was more than one or two bands playing that same day, and Nine Inch Nails came on before the Foo Fighters. And they're officially the loudest band slash artist slash musical thing I've ever heard live. Nine Inch Nails, they blew sideways. Aye, but anyway, they were absolutely incredibly phenomenal. And wait there. Trent Reznor out of Nine Inch Nails is a master. How we can blend old and like new technology to create like a whole work of art, and he also does instrumental albums and scores for films. Aye, so he's a legend. Aye, brilliant. Anyway, so as I said, your favourite toy album and song pre-ordered 24th April this year. So your favourite toy, Asking for a Friend, which is an absolutely phenomenal song and one of the best songs I've heard in this year so far, and Cotton and Echo, which is the second best song I've heard this year so far. But definitely, that Nine Inch Nails album that I got either at the very start of this year or the end of last year is the best album I've heard this year. But no, in fact, it is actually overall. If like for because rock music gets me right there. But there's Karen Carpenter Trappisty, which I've listened to a lot this year, which is absolutely incredibly phenomenal, and one of the all-time greatest albums by a female solo artist, or any female singer. Doesn't have to be solo, could be a female singer in a band. And also recently, Eve Cassidy Songbirds, which is a compilation of her songs she recorded, R.I.P. The song Fields of Gold and Over the Rainbow are very, very, very haunting. Because it just stops you in your track, because she's one of the all-time greatest female vocalists. I would go with Eve Cassidy, Karen Carpenter out of the Carpenters, the double act that are brother and sister. So Eve Cassidy, Karen Carpenter. What's her name? The Paris Paloma. And Shirley Bassey. They're the four, in my opinion, the four greatest female vocalists of all time, in my opinion. I went a bit off topic now, because I was talking about the Foo Fighters, 3 songs that they've released off their upcoming album. But anyway, I do that all the time though. Start going down another rabbit hole and then I talk about something else, but it's still on the same line of like music, the same line of questioning, if you will. But anyhow, So I cannot wait for the 24th April, and that's normally a Friday because that's when albums normally get released. But the three songs, oh my god, I've got a cramp in my leg. Right, anyway, oh my god, anyway, so as I was going to say there, it's went away now, but anyway, as I was saying there, that the songs have already been released, because one was released at the end of last year, and then one was released 2 months ago, but they've already been charted. But I just can't wait for this new Foo Fighters album. Every time you think, you're not ready for a Foo Fighters album, and when they bring it out and you hear it, you think, I'm ready for it. Or like you say, I did need that after you listen to it. Right, so in the previous video, which is already on YouTube, and this is the second video that's went over 15 minutes, I've been drinking Twinings Strong English Breakfast, lively and full of flavour. Cheers, cheers to the new Foo Fighters album. Can't wait though. Brilliant. So every so often I'm going to just listen to the 3 songs that they've released so far. And then maybe on the day that I get the album, even if it's no came yet, I'll try and listen to the full entire album all the way through on YouTube first, and then spin it on the record player when I get it. But before I put it on, obviously, I've got to dust all the dust off it, because it's new. And when it's new, the papers like sleeves that they put in, it collects and creates a lot of static energy, which will turn into dust. Anybody know dust? Like anyhow. Right, so the 24th of April this year, Foo Fighters, your favourite toy, LP, CD, and digital download. Get it? Bye.